man? This is Chris the Nightmare Ariola, and you're watching Mr. Boxing Today on YouTube.
Heavyweight boxing fans, what's the deal? Now, shouts out to all of my subscribers that sent me this link. A few of you guys sent me this, man. So there's two different articles that are out today about this possible matchup. I love the matchup. If it happens to take place, this is one of the heavyweight fights that I've been wanting to see for the last year and a half, 2 years now, man. So if this can get made, I'm all for it, man. But let me just read these two articles. Deontay Wilder, Luis Ortiz in works for November 4th at Barclays Center. Okay, now this article is courtesy of Boxing Scene. It's written by Keith Idec, so it's his work. And according to him, he says, I'm just going to go ahead and read the article for you guys, man. He says multiple sources has informed Boxing Scene that Deontay Wilder's next WBC heavyweight title defense will come against Luis Ortiz. Negotiations are nearly finalized for Wilder to oppose Ortiz on November 4th at Barclays Center in Brooklyn. It is possible that the fight will take place October 14th at Barclays Center, but is more likely to be scheduled for November 4th. Barclays Center has been reserved for those two dates by promoter Lou DiBella, whose company, DiBella Entertainment, has promoted Wilder's recent fights on behalf of Al Haymon's premier boxing champions. All right. So, I mean, I'm kind of speechless here, man, because this came out just out of nowhere, man. But the big problem, just like when they were throwing out the Dillian White fight and any other fight, even when Wilder was just talking about fighting other guys, the thing that I always bring up is Bermane Stiverne, and is he willing to step aside? Like I said, so I'm gonna be consistent with everything that I've been saying before I read more of this article. If Stiverne's willing to step aside, fine, and that goes for Dillian White fight, that goes for Luis Ortiz fight, or any other fight. If he's willing to step aside, fine. But from what I've heard from him, every interview that I've seen Stiverne have, and I made videos about the interviews that I see to inform you guys, the dude seems pretty stubborn about stepping aside this time around. Money, I know money talks, and everybody has a price. I know all the cliches, all right? But I'm telling you, the dude seems really stubborn about stepping aside. Wow, man, I can't believe, like, this just came out of nowhere. Hopefully it does happen, man. Let me pull up this other article. Now, there was another article that came right after this, because I knew Stiverne was not going to sit quietly. Let me see this other article that popped up. Somebody sent it to me. Okay, yeah, and then now this one says, Stiverne hires Prince and Dubin, will not allow Wilder Ortiz. All right, now this is courtesy of Boxing Scene, and it was written by Rick Reno. All right, now this says, earlier today, BoxingScene.com's Keith Idec first reported that there are ongoing negotiations to finalize a fight between Deontay Wilder and Luis Ortiz. The two sides are trying to lock the fight down for the Barclays Center in Brooklyn, more than likely for the date November 4th. Promoter Lou DiBella, who works with Wilder, has placed the venue on hold for the date. Okay, he says a few months ago, Ortiz brought in Al Haymon as his advisor, and that set the stage for a future showdown with Wilder, who is also represented by Haymon. But there's going to be one big problem in making the fight a reality. Wilder owes a mandatory defense to Bermane Stiverne. Apparently, there are ongoing negotiations between Haymon and Don King, Stiverne's promoter, to work out a step-aside agreement, where Stiverne will receive a reasonable fee to allow Wilder Ortiz to go forward. Now, before I keep going, I'm curious to see how much they're going to offer him, because according, to what Dillian White and those guys were saying, they're going to offer Wilder X amount of money. I think it was like $5 million or $4.5 million. And then, I'm sure Ortiz would have, or not Ortiz, but White would have been compensated. But in this situation, really, I don't give a damn how much money they offer this dude. I would way rather see Wilder versus Ortiz than Wilder versus Dillian White. I just rate Ortiz higher than Dillian White. That's just me. Some of you might not, but for me, this is a fight I will way rather see than Wilder versus White or Wilder versus Stiverne. All right. Let me see what else it says here. BoxingScene.com has since been informed that Stiverne has hired James Prince and attorney Josh Dubin. Prince and Dubin are best known for their work with light heavyweight champion Andre Ward, Shakur Stevenson, and Brian Jennings. Based on what Boxing Scene was told, Stiverne and his management have not given King any permission to negotiate a step-aside fee, and further, they have zero interest in working out step-aside agreements. See, here you go again. This is Stiverne again, you know, saying that he doesn't want to step aside, but I guess we'll see, man. Then it says Stiverne wants to fight Wilder next. His handlers are ready to legally challenge the possibility of being stepped over for Ortiz. They plan to do everything possible pursuit to their boxer's mandatory status to ensure their fighter gets first crack at the WBC title. The big issue is making Wilder versus Stiverne is finding a television outlet willing to pay for it. Wilder won a clear 12-round unanimous decision over Stiverne in January 2015 to capture the title. He's made 5 defenses of the belt. Stiverne's handlers view the TV situation as their problem, not ours. Well, I mean, shit, don't Stiverne and this team, don't they want this fight to be, you know, televised and let, you know, a national audience witness the fight? I mean, to me, that should be their problem also, not just Wilder and his team's problem. I'm sure Stiverne wants, you know, this title fight to be on TV. It's weird that nobody wants to pay for this fight, because I've seen worse fights get picked up. You know, I mean, let's just go over the last few years. I've seen worse fights get picked up. And this is technically, it is a mandatory fight. Whether you think he deserved a mandatory or not, technically it is. But, yeah, man, I'm not surprised, though, because nobody really wants to see the rematch. I'm just being honest with you guys, man. Well, not a lot of us. All right, then it says Stiverne was scheduled to face Pavel. This is just shit we already know. But yeah, man, so that's the news as of right now. Wilder, his team's trying to get Luis Ortiz. You know, Wilder came out with an Instagram video yesterday or day before yesterday, and I put it up, and he was saying who's going to be victim number 39 and be careful what you ask for. And I just, off the top, just assumed it was going to be Stiverne, being that I've heard Stiverne say he's training for Wilder and, you know, blah, blah, blah. So I just assumed it was going to be him. So this kind of just came out of nowhere, man. And if they're, you know, if these reports are accurate and they're close to getting that fight made, that'd be great. I just don't, again, it always goes back to Bermane Stiverne. It all goes back to Stiverne, man. So unless he's willing to step aside, which he has made it clear that he doesn't want to do it, I don't see this fight getting made because of Stiverne. But if it does get made, man, sign me up. Sign me up, man. Ortiz versus Wilder, man, sign me up, man. But that's the news right now. You guys let me know what you think in the comment section about all this. I just hope they don't try to just, you know, just drag this along and drag it along. I mean, if it's just looking like that you can't get over the Stiverne situation, they're not going to let you fight, whether it's Dillian White or Luis Ortiz or whoever it is. If they're not going to let you fight that guy before fighting Stiverne, just get the Stiverne fight out the way. I think, man, it'd have been so better if he just would have fought Stiverne in, like, I don't know, June maybe, somewhere in there. I wish this shit was just over with, you know. I just wish he was able to take care of Stiverne, because now all these other fights that we really, really, really want to see him in is going to be a monkey wrench thrown in there because Stiverne's the mandatory. So, y'all let me know what y'all think in the comment section, man. I'm out.